Most people think silence is empty. It's not. Silence is information. Silence is pressure. And in social dynamics, pressure creates control. Today, I'll show you why silence feels uncomfortable, why it shifts status, and how to use it without being manipulative. Silence is not the absence of communication. It is communication without words. Your brain is constantly scanning for signals: tone, intention, safety, hierarchy. When speech stops, the brain doesn't relax. It works harder, because uncertainty increases cognitive load. That's why silence feels heavy. Not because something is happening, but because your mind starts searching for what could happen. Pressure is created when the brain expects a response and doesn't get one. Think about a negotiation. You make an offer, you stop talking. The silence forces the other person to fill the gap. And here's the key. The person who fills the gap usually gives away more information, not because they're weak, but because most people are trained to reduce tension quickly. In social psychology, status is often signaled by comfort with uncertainty. Low-status behavior looks like this: explaining too much, reacting too fast, filling every gap. High-status behavior looks like this: pausing, choosing words, not rushing to prove value. Silence communicates. I don't need to chase approval. And that's why it changes the room. When people feel uncomfortable, they try to restore control. They do it in predictable ways. They talk more, they justify, they overshare, they test boundaries. Silence acts like a mirror. It doesn't add anything, but it reflects what's already there. That's why silence reveals intentions. Not because silence is magic, but because it removes your guidance. Most boundary problems are not solved with arguments. They are solved with consistency. If someone pushes a boundary, you have 3 options. 1. Explain. 2. Argue. 3. Pause and respond minimally. Over-explaining invites negotiation. Silence stops negotiation. But there is a difference between silence as control and silence as punishment. Silence as control is calm. Silence as punishment is emotional. People feel that difference instantly. Here's a clean framework you can use. Type 1. Processing silence. You pause because you're thinking. This is healthy. Type 2. Strategic silence. You pause to create space and observe. This is powerful. Type 3. Avoidant silence. You go silent because you fear conflict. This is not power. It's avoidance. Most people confuse avoidant silence with strategic silence. If your silence reduces clarity, it creates anxiety. If your silence increases clarity, it creates respect. Let's apply this to real situations. Example 1. Someone interrupts you. Instead of fighting for the floor, you stop, look at them, wait. People often keep talking, then notice they overstepped. You regain the frame without aggression. Example 2. Someone makes a passive-aggressive comment. Don't defend. Pause, then respond with one calm sentence. What do you mean by that? Silence plus one question is a powerful combination. Example 3. Negotiation or sales. After you state your price, stop. The next person who speaks usually gives you data. Silence is not always the correct move. It backfires when the other person needs emotional reassurance. The situation requires clarity, or your silence is interpreted as contempt. If you use silence to dominate, it becomes manipulation. If you use silence to stay calm and observe, it becomes strength. Follow for more psychology.